was like.
A few friendly reminders, cell phones, please turn off your cell phone or mute them. Fridge, we clean out every Friday, don't cry if you do that. Conference room, please do not use that at your personal offices. Oh, parking, only parking spots. They got so bad they're putting cones out to block people from parking.
Oh,
over there.
wow.
Wow.
That's good.
So where are we allowed to park?
Everywhere but the back.
And they're like, McDonald's way. I mean.
If you go past the buildings over there, there's two rows that say KW1, way over there. We have these ones here. If you park in those middle ones, I'm worried because they're a landlord and they get rid of that. Then they will. Metro list, I don't know, leave it up to me. You can argue with them, I pay their dues, whatever out there.
What about the front of the office?
What's that?
The front of the office, those two was the parking.
No, those are for guests. Those are for clients.
And sales contact pointers on the right.
Sales
hand side.
Those contest winners there. And then obviously we have our ones there. I haven't had any problems parking in the back, but if you park in that middle section, you're gonna probably get in trouble. But I parked in front of Metro List before and they upset.
Yeah, right.
We'll see. We are using 4 drawers now for the mailbox, so please, we've expanded. So if you, it's an alphabetical order by last name, so if you keep going and the name's not there, just go to the next. It's not that we got rid of your mailbox, it's just, it got moved. So we were like, my mailbox got moved, just go to the next drawer. Our time drawing is with Kayla with Full Spectrum Marketing Solutions, although.
She's on.
Oh, Kayla.
I'm your
Where are you?
virtual.
Oh, you're virtual today. So Kayla, want to say a few words?
Yeah, I would love to. First off, thank you for the opportunity to be the on-time drawing sponsor. I've been wanting to do it for a while. And then secondly, I just wanted to let everybody know, I know one of our most popular products so far has been the listing and buyer presentations. And so we've expanded our template set for you guys, and we have 3 additional templates to use. So Bree can absolutely show those to you guys later after the meeting. If you want to pop into our office and see what we've got, we have templated options as well as completely custom listing presentations. So no matter what your needs are, we can help you out with that. And yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Good. And Bree, why don't you come up? Everyone, this is Bree. All right, on-time drawings.
Right.
Full mind, Bree, go ahead.
One time I came one time.
That's good. All right. All right. This is a message.
Hello, Keller Williams, and welcome to the new month. I'm here with the amazing Jason Abrams. If you're new here, my name is Mark King. I'm the president of KWRI. Jason is the head of industry, and I think one of the brightest minds in our entire industry, here to talk to us about Mega Camp. When's Mega Camp?
Mega Camp is coming up at the end of August.
23rd and 24th.
You don't want to miss it. This is the event where we get together and we restate the things that are most important. Leads, listings, leverage, and wealth building. We then scour the entire world. Now that we're in 56 countries, I can say that.
Yep.
And we find the best stories and the best models and the best systems. And for 2 days, we stand on stage and we are going to give them all to you.
Look, the market's shifting. Now is the time to be there. You're interviewing 91 agents this week.
Just this week.
To see who the best stories are to put on stage, who's winning in a shifting market. If you're not signed up, please come to Austin with us.
Why wouldn't they be signed up?
They just might not know yet.
Okay, well now you know.
Now
So is
you
that the
know.
only reason they wouldn't be?
Once you know, you can unknow.
So that's it?
Yep.
So there's no other reason?
Sign up, come to Austin. I'm going to be there. You going to be there?
I'm going to be there.
He's going to be there.
Gary Keller?
Gary Keller's going to be there.
Jay Papasan?
Jay Papasan's going to be there.
Jen Davis?
Jen Davis, Jen Lewis, Sajid Patel. The list goes on and on.
Matt Green?
Matt Green's going to be
we
there.
could keep
Stacey,
going.
Everyone's going to be there.
Are you going to be there? That's the question.
We hope to see you soon. Have a great month.
Yes, somebody had coffee.
If you ever met Jason, you got to go meet him first. He's just like that. He's like, he's out of control. But I want to talk, guys, about Mega Camp. We'll get that going. But if you haven't gone, it is tremendous. And they've actually shortened it to only 2 days. So actually, Rich and I are going. I know Parm's going. Andre's going. Andre's going. So you notice who's going.
Wow.
And if we're gonna take time out of our busy days to go, it's valuable, right? So you will make absolute great connections. If you want referrals, go there and just say, I'm from Sacramento, we're a Sacramento church, you will get referrals, hand out your card. Some of the best training, I tell you what, I was a kid getting it for a few years before I went to mega camp. I went to mega camp and I was like, whoa, changed my whole perspective on, that's when I started trying to build a team and everything like that. I'm like, this is way. So go to mega camp, especially in this market, you're gonna focus on skills that you need to be successful in this market. So stepping into a new role, congratulations. I know we talked about it, but Desiree. So we're making some changes. We've actually, we miss Carnegie now. He has now moved on to greener pastures. Desiree has taken over. We actually have now accountants or people doing the accounting and commissions remotely. But Desiree's taking over all those financial oversight responsibilities. So if you have questions about your commission demands, referral fees, no, look at Desiree now. So she wants to talk to you more now. Not the joke about her anymore. I've told her, I don't know if you, I told her, like, do you really want all those questions? Because that's a lot of questions.
And I know where she lives.
Remember, I know where you live.
So, congratulations to Desiree. We promoted her. She is now overseeing also all of the staff as well.
Well deserved.
We have a new. If you haven't met Ashley, she's up in Fair Oaks, but Ashley is our new front desk person up there and also agent services coordinator. A lot of the reasons that Desiree can pick up the response she has is she's taken over a lot of the back side of stuff you don't see when we onboard agents or do things to help you. So Ashley's going to be doing a lot of those things for you, but you should go see her. She is a ray of sunshine, and she is up at the Fair Oaks office. So we're happy to have her as well. Good news.
Great.
I was just saying that you really need to take some time off. Dexter says hi from the Dominican Republic. Celebrating his birthday. And I'm heading for Hawaii. Friend of mine is house sitting. I get free board.
All right.
UT.
Well, I got some good news. I won't be here soon. No, I'm not leaving. I'm just going to Cabo. So I leave on the 23rd. And John is going to take care of all my responsibilities while I'm gone. Thank you very much, John. And I just wanted to introduce Tristan Dunn. He is a handyman. If you ever need somebody to help out, he's got flyers and everything else. And but anyway, he's got some flyers and everything else sitting right there. Go ahead and stand up real quick. There you go.
So the general contractor. So we're located on the apartments. Well, I serve with all the Northern California, so I can help them with flowers, business cards. I look forward to meeting some of them.
He's also my backup, so.
Any other good news?
Yeah.
Richard.
Last week, so we know we're going to taking a trip over to Machu Picchu and all that last week. John and I stayed on Zoom for like an hour and a half, just planning everything. We might end up in Bolivia. We got everything, all our flights.
So we're looking at all the maps we're going, and part of this was the Amazon. We have to like take this boat out to like the lawn that's in the Amazon. But we realized if you keep going down the Amazon River, like 20 miles down, you're in Bolivia. So we're like, driver guy,
Just take us over.
let's take us over there, take a picture of Bolivia, and go around for that.
Super excited.
Don't get no water. Don't get no water.
Anyway, sounds something good. I tell you, Rich talked me into signing up for I don't know if you know what a top butter is.
Yeah. Oh my God.
He convinced me, and I was in a weak point in my day, I guess. So. I signed up, and it's late in August, so I was like, oh man, I work, I run, I walk, I did, so I do some stuff, but like, man, that's gonna be more, I need more than that, so.
That's why you practice.
So this, yeah, exactly, so this morning, or last night, I contacted I have a trainer I used to work with, and I contacted her pre-COVID, and I said, hey, you still doing this? I want to do it. And she said, yeah, and I showed up at 6 a.m. this morning. I am hurting puppy right now. If I'm hopping around, you know why. So. But it's good news. I'm happy to be back on. I'm trying to get back into that triathlon run. Casey, we're going to do a triathlon together. Yes. Bobby.
So if you have not heard of our Natomas MLS meeting that we started, John, you have yet to attend.
I took one.
He only got one.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been here.
So we're getting some really good traction. I would invite you to attend at the second and fourth Tuesdays of the month. Our next meeting is the 23rd, and we're having one of the speakers from CalFHA come and talk about the new product, which is that $10,000 down program. It's really, really good information. We meet over at the Club Center at 9 a.m. And we have great speakers. Just this last, our speaker actually canceled this last Tuesday, but we ended up just putting like a lender's forum together, and all the lenders that attended just had some really good information talking about all the different scenarios happening right now in the market. So I would encourage you all to attend, follow our Facebook page.
I recommend, it's a very, actually, I attended one that's very good. You get a lot of the agents there, you get a good perspective about what's happening in the community and the industry. So I really agree.
So yeah, it's just, something good is that we're off to
Good start.
some good, well, no, just traction, but yeah, we're moving forward.
Awesome.
Right.
All right. Construction updates.
I have something.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All the time. All the time.
God is good.
All right.
I just want to piggyback on Mari. Last Wednesday, I attended the new builder luncheon at SAR, and guess what? I didn't see any of you. Why? Why? I mean, you do not miss meetings like that. Once again, piggybacking with Mari, these are important meetings where we're going to learn so much. Here's the good news. Since you guys didn't attend, I'm going to tell you. The builders now are offering brokers go up again. We know that. But 6 out of 7 builders that was in that meeting are offering 3%. Not one, not 2, 3%. The new home company is offering a 3, 4, 5 program. We've never heard that before. So take advantage of the new builds. If you have clients, bring them over there. It's the easiest transaction. And please attend meetings.
That's right. That's right. Well, John, with that, I have one more thing to say. Being the fact that John brought this up, the DEI, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion panel. I'm part of this bill with SAR. It basically talks about the art of language. So we have a lot of diverse real estate agents and things of this nature. Guess what? We're going to help you understand what the particular things that you need to know about their cultures and everything else. By the way, it's very cost effective, and it starts on September 19th. And if you are SAR member, which all of you should be, it could be free. So just want to let you know. The flyer's over there.
15. Construction update. We are expanding the Fair Oaks office. So if you have been up there, it was just a row of offices, and now we're actually putting in a training room and things like that. So we're super excited. So those of you online who are on Fair Oaks, please look. You go over to the office. You will see them doing construction right now. We hope to have that online by the end of the month. So you remember when? Where's the first closing? Charlene Andrade, I don't know if she's on here. powerhouse. Then it's like, I got 2 buyers, I just close. Okay, you're coaching, close like 20 days later, close, right? So, okay. So congratulations on our first closing, and welcome to the family. Jasmine and Jeremiah up in Fair Oaks, and Mike and Amy, just Amy. Mike and Amy have joined us in Sac Metro over the last week, so congratulations to them.
Right there.
Oh, Mike, that is you.
Mike,
Tell us about yourself, Mike.
tell them about it.
Like you said, he's a real chill, cool dude.
Transitioned from the wireless industry to 20 years of that. Tried to get into real estate multiple times, just procrastinated. Finally got my license. I'm ready to dive in. That's why I'm here.
Mike, how did you go get your license, Mike? Didn't you come through some kind of program? I'm saying.
So I kind of received it for the training. It was very informative. Got me interested. That was my big thing, is I always struggled trying to do it through books, through the online, staying focused. Kept it very entertaining, kept me engaged. You still got to read the books.
Yeah.
But it's a little more fun, right?
Yeah.
So thanks, Mike. Thank you. All right, coming soon. I mean, so listings are still pouring out there. Listing inventory is going up. Remember, we're gonna run up with listing inventory going up. So they're out there. Look at that. Wow. So it's time to.
And these are posted on Facebook as well.
Yeah, post on Facebook. Congratulate our capper, Joe Ilalucci. He's our open door agent. He's actually based in Las Vegas.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
We got a big job here. Amethyst.
Got another deal.
Karen Bartlett, congratulations. Just closed. Congratulations, Michael Taylor. Closing. Looks like they're not closing in this shift. Bobby Atkins 6, Carm 5, Twan 4, Laura 4, Amethyst, Joe, Karen, and Luke, all 3 connections. Luke on 3 closing.
Last we were now.
Oh. Making them happy.
Yeah, they're all open.
Kathy, Raul, Jenny, Janelle, the Eternity, Julian, Sarah, Rich, and Taylor, all 2. Congratulations, you guys. Andre, Charlene, Dexter, Erica, Stephen, Tyson, Jake, Jamie, Jackson, Thelma, Jose, Kendall, Christina, Colby, Lisa, Timothy, Robert, and Stephanie, all 1. Congratulations to everyone. You know, closings are 25% down. That doesn't mean you can't get your 70%.
Hey, I got some money.
All right, picture listings. Oops, picture listings. Happen.
We have a listing in the market tomorrow. It's at Belrose Condos at 4200 East Commerce. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, lower level, so no stairs or anything. It's been freshly painted, new carpet, cleaning. I mean, they're all pretty basic standard condition inside. And we're gonna be listing at 320, I think.
Wow. When?
Well,
Hold on, I think it's 320. I know, right? It is one of the only gated communities in North as well. So check it out. If you have any questions, we'll market tomorrow.
Thank you, Afton. Anyone else online here? Jenny?
All right, I had a really cute 2-story home in the Hamptons, 2,093 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. Pristine condition. They don't have kids or dogs, so it's in really, really good condition. $599, open house Saturday and Sunday. Bring me a buyer, please.
come up in Woodland, goes live first of September 1769, yeah, somewhere in there. 577, she's updated the kitchen completely, all new flooring, all new paint. The master bath has been done as well. So what can I tell you? It's a carport, so there's no garage, but it does have storage. And nice landscaping in the back. Bring me a buyer, please.
All right, I've got a mobile home. I think I mentioned to you it's coming on. It comes on 8/17. 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,600 square feet in Roseville, 55 plus. Notice I'm saying all these kind of good things. Guys, you gotta come on out here now. The lot fee is $1,000, okay? And it's beautiful. It's also gonna have a porch out there that's screened in, 500 square feet. This is gonna be, I mean, if you don't grab this, 268,000. You know, it's a deal, let me tell you. You do have to be, your client will have to be approved by the park, of course, also. Also, I've got some acreage coming up, 4 acres. There's a church on it. That's gonna go for about 1.2 in Orangeville. And by the way, we had a price reduction, $4,095 for a 3-bedroom, 1-bath over El Camino and Watt Avenue. Come grab this. I just know that Bobby probably wants to grab this. Anyway, that was ready 3-bedroom, 1-bath. And you can build a bathroom if you want to.
And we have a contractor to do it.
That's right, we have a contractor to do it.
So we got a listing in Rosemont. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. It's 1,578 square feet. Lot size is 8499. Roof is in good condition. HVAC recently been serviced with a new condenser, or whatever you want to call it. And then it's a very nice layout. The home itself, the layout is very larger than what it appears to be at 1,578. It's listed at 495. If you guys know anybody that's looking to buy in Rosemont, send them my way. It's a great property. He was a VA. Recently got a refinance last year, so all dry rot you got to take care of. So the overall condition of the house is moving red.
What's the address?
Is it still on a VA and is it assumable?
Yep. Oh, you mean the loan?
Yeah.
I didn't ask that question. 4085 Barnesdale.
4085 Barnesdale?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Hey, anyone else? Anyone online?
I got
Oh,
it.
Luke.
It's a listing coming up in Antelope, and this is from Open House. It is. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,088 square feet. The lot size is nearly 8,000 square feet. So huge lot size, corner lot, 1,088 square feet again, I said. It's under work right now, so we might have like another month or so before it's ready. But yeah, maybe you have a buyer in the area. Cool lot. Lower 400s. We're not drunk, that's exactly lower 400s.
Anyone else?
I found one.
Oh.
So I still have mobile home available in 95834 over there by Westlake area. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It's a little over 1,300 square feet. Listed at 125. You guys, it's a 55 and up community as well. If you guys have somebody, yeah. If you guys know anyone that's looking for a mobile home, it's a very nice, roomy mobile home as well. Let us know. We're looking for options.
A mobile home. All right, agent audits.
So basically, what this is, go ahead and forward it over. Ashley is assisting me with all of our agent files, making sure that they are up to date. So if you've renewed your license over the last few years and have not sent us your DRE license, we may be reaching out to you to print that. We also need to make sure that we have your auto insurance policy confirmation where you add Keller Williams Realty as an additional insured. If you have questions about it, just let Ashley or I know. There are still a handful of you that may have not reactivated your STAR or have not activated it yet, so we'll be reaching out to you. Basically, you only need to worry if Ashley or I send you an email. Otherwise, your files are good. If you have a question on how to print your certificate, go ahead and click to the next slide. It's really easy. You just log into your e-licensing account online at dre.ca.gov. Once you log in, you just click the print license certificate, save it as a PDF, and email it over to us. Thanks, Greg.
All right.
So unfortunately, DRE can walk in and like access for any of these files, so. Trying to make sure you're ready. Thank you, Desiree. Broker compliance update?
Yeah.
Mr. Bruce?
Bruce.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Hello.
I want to ask for a few minutes today. I wanted to talk a little bit about a very little thought of legal issue called the statute of limitations and how it can apply to all of us and why all of us should understand how important it is. So first off, with the exception of you, can anyone tell us what is a statute of limitations?
How long?
You have in the court.
That's a good general idea. Basically, it's the deadline for filing a lawsuit. Most lawsuits have to be filed within a certain period of time. And once that statute of limitations passes, the claim is barred. You cannot file. Doesn't matter how egregious the issue is. In a criminal matter, there's statute of limitations for everything except murder. And so, it doesn't matter how bad a criminal act was done, once that statute of limitations passes, person can't be prosecuted. There's similar ones within civil lawsuits, and those are the ones we're concerned about. So, first of all, why do they have a statute of limitations? Well, the biggest issue, the biggest reason for having them is to make the whole process of being challenged in court more fair. That forces the plaintiffs to invoke their rights early. It forces the defendants to document the evidence, keep it safe, and it preserves the memories of the parties so that, if you were able to challenge an action 20 years down the road, chances are most people won't remember the details. So the reason I bring this up is this is the reason that we are so picky about you guys getting your files complete when you submit them into command for us to review. It's so critical that we have all of those documents in the files for our purposes and for yours, but also you guys should be saving copies of these at home. The Department of Real Estate requires you to have a copy of all these documents too. And they can contact us and say, hey, we want to see this file. They could also contact you directly and say, hey, we got an issue with this file. We want to see your file. And that happens. Now, there's like 7 different types of statute of limitations that can affect all of us. The typical one that you hear about on the news, which doesn't really affect us too much, would be like an injury to a person. If you were to assault somebody civilly, an action could be a 2-year statute of limitations. But where we get involved are general actions against real estate brokers. California Civil Code gives you a 2-year statute of limitations. It's pretty small. The problem with that is it goes from the date of, and that'd be like a real estate broker versus a client, buyer or seller. And that statute of limitations runs 2 years from the date of possession of the property, the date of recordation, close of escrow, or the date of occupancy, whichever of those occurs first. But the way the plaintiff's attorneys get around those limited 2-year statute of limitations is they combine those actions with other actions. So for example, if they can find any way to allege fraud in the transaction, real estate agent conceals information, or the real estate agent knows the seller concealed something. You fail to document on your AVID something that is obvious to the eye when you walk around the house. Then they can get that statute of limitation into a 3 or a 4-year period. So you can see, and the plaintiff's attorneys are very good at doing this. And that's why it is just so important, again, to get your documents complete when they're supposed to be complete. Turn them in so that we have them, so that we can mount an appropriate defense if we need to. And have them for yourselves in case DRE comes And just, I won't go into the various periods, but the general statutes of limitations that will apply to you. We already talked about general actions against the real estate broker, 2 years. Negligence, surprisingly, is a 2-year statute of limitation. Fairly low. Breach of fiduciary duty was 3 or 4 years, depending on whether there is a constructive fraud, meaning you didn't intend to commit a fraud, but it was done by accident or not. And then breach of contract issues. On a written contract, those are 4 years. So you gotta prepare for the long run. I don't know about you, but 4 years down the road, I'm not even gonna remember the property address, let alone what happened.
That's true.
Anyway, any questions on that? Yes.
If we have TCs, I kind of look at that as my file also. Do I have to keep a separate file?
Absolutely. PCs are there to help you in your transaction. They're a second set of eyes for you to rely on. They will prompt you for stuff. Ultimately, as a broker or as a salesperson, you guys are still responsible for the file. So, you know, TCs do a great job. I know SB does. SB and her team does a great job. You're using them of prompting you for the stuff that you need to get, but ultimately you're responsible, and you've got to also maintain that file at home.
I can tell you, when we close deals on our team, we make sure the file, we get anything from the TC that we're missing.
Right.
And then also, our staff goes into our emails and searches the emails, PDFs all those emails, and saves them to the file too. So that's those are the things that are going to save you when someone says, you're frauding, or say, no, I wrote you an email, you said yes, right? So here you go. And also, we were in a dispute. Taylor had a client dispute and say, just lie about, like, she was violating because Taylor lied to me about steered me into steering. Steering, lack of fair nature of duty, steered me into all these things. And he was able to produce all the communities that said, no, you're the one who found the home. I didn't find the home. I told you you could buy a home and tell this. I didn't, I tried to cancel it. You said no, go forward, right? So he had every one of her words written and was to get out of it. But if we didn't have that,
Yeah, and
It's
actually,
right.
John brings up that case. That was the most perfect textbook case of the most perfect defense I have ever seen against the claim. I mean, Taylor did such a great job of documenting his file, but one of the keys in Taylor's case that it's important for you all to realize too, is much like, you know, many of us do today, we communicate with our clients in text on our cell phones a lot now. So it is really super important at the end of your transaction. If you haven't already done so, download one of those apps to your cell phone that can convert all of those text messages into a giant email that you can print out or save. Yeah.
How do you do that? What app is it?
Oh, they're free apps. Just search.
Taylor knows, ask Taylor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
And they-
One of them telling me about it too.
Yeah, they make them for both Galaxy and iPhone.
Okay.
So, and most of them are free.
Okay.
But it is super, super critical. If you
I didn't know
you
you could do
replace
that.
your phone, you lose all that stuff. And this way you can document, you can save it to your cloud, you can upload it into Command it, you know, and that would be ideal.
yeah, literally we wrote the defense, like, she's claiming this.
Yeah. Oh,
Here's a text message show it's not true. She's
Right.
claiming this. Here's a text message showing it's not true. Yeah, she's claiming this. Here's a text message showing it's not true.
Yeah, it was the best defense of it. So, anyway, any other questions?
So how are you supposed to save all these files? Do they have to be printed out on paper? Can you?
They
You
can be
know what I mean?
electronic.
Okay, I have electronic files on transactions going back probably the last 6 years for myself.
Do I just tell my TC, like, send me and copy everything and?
No, you keep the copy before you send it to your GC.
The TC might send some stuff themselves.
Yeah,
They might
Yeah.
self-generate forms out of things. So a lot of times we go to our TC, you can go to command and download the file yourself, but if you don't want to, you can ask the TC, can you send me the file? And they'll download it. Send it.
So you're talking about all disclosures, everything ever
all
done?
disclosures.
Email communication, text communication, I do.
All your listing documents, everything.
Okay, does that also mean disclosures, everything that they have signed?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. And you can keep it in digital form. I know back before we, you know, it didn't cost anything to store it up in the cloud. We used to save it on a DVD or
Right.
CD. No, but
Yeah, we just save it on our G drive. Those can go back to 2007.
Dropbox, Google Drive.
Yeah, Google Drive,
There's so
Dropbox,
many,
same,
yeah.
same,
And
same.
keep in mind, VRE only requires 3 years worth of documents. But if you get sued, as you just saw, we can go back 4 years.
And DRE even said, if they go back 3 years on the dispute and they find that you're guilty of that, they can ask for transactions farther back if they feel there's a path, right?
Right. Thank you all.
That's scary. Debbie Downer, Bruce, why are you bringing our TV down? Mega camp's coming, 23rd, 24th. If you want to sign up, a lot of us are agents going. We're gonna have a party one night too, so please come in person and digital. 100% agent focused. It is no longer a full mega. It was used to be full mega camp. Now it's just mega agent camp. It's only for agents. So, and then I'm pretty sure. Training opportunities. We have training opportunities on command. I have to go this pretty quickly. Just, you know, there's a lot of communities happening within Keller Williams now. Military, land, young professionals, sports entertainment, military, wealth, style design, real estate planners. If you're interested in any of these communities, please let our staff know. We can get you in contact and see what the benefits are to joining those communities. So, awesome. There are also other things happening. The land symposium happening on August 25th, Boston Math. It's going to have luxury symposium in Boston. And commercial summits on November 16th, 18th in Austin, Texas. So if you are any part of those groups. Sorry. Just so you know, we're bringing back our mastermind since Bold has ended. We're bringing back our internal masterminds. Carolyn Lowe, who is a luxury mega agent down in the Bay Area, she is actually going to be with, this is the mega agent mastermind. So you must be 10 million or above to be part of this mastermind. You have a position. Don't worry, we have another one coming because we have. Oh, Monday. Not that. Monday, Tuesday, we're gonna have Ignite starting again. It's gonna be Monday, Tuesday, 1 to 3 o'clock in our office. So we moved the timeline. So if you are part of Ignite, just know it's gonna be changing to 1 to 3 in the afternoons, Monday and Tuesday here in the office, starting on October 2nd. And then it's gonna also happen in Fair Oaks, 1 to 3 on Wednesday and Thursday. So if you missed it and you want to drive out to Fair Oaks, you get a live training out there if you want to. Success Mastermind. This is for anyone 10 million and below. I have had requests. So Rich and I, and we'll probably bring our staff, we are going to lead that session. We will show you everything we're doing to get listings, buyers right now, like really golden letters, calls. Here's what we say. Here's what we do. Here's the schedule. Here's the scripts we use. Here's what we're doing.
It will be recorded.
I don't know.
No, in
I
person.
mean, I'm gonna be, you know, like, check it out.
But please join us. We are going to spill the beans. So, so to speak, we will spill the beans on what we are doing to have success and generate closings in this market. And we're happy to share that with you so you can have those similar. Scripts and strategies.
So, I didn't have a cool hat or sunglasses that day either, but,
Or baby in front.
or maybe, I guess I don't have one of those either, huh? So, we're rescheduling it to Tuesday through Thursday. You know, Mondays are the great day to Legion and everything like that. Just with the scheduling, I think Tuesdays through Thursdays, 8:30 a.m. to 9. We're still doing it in person only. The reason for that is because you show up, how you show up here is how you show up out there. And if you're at home, I can't really tell if you're gonna make calls after. Here, I can be like, hey, we write down notes on the note board, what acronyms to use, and what weight stands for, right? Why am I talking? So the great group we got going on. Luke and Janelle are in there consistently. I have Maya sitting in there, Bobby's helping out a lot. But we script practice, we role play. We also do a little mastermind sometimes too. We're like, hey, what are we seeing in the shift right now? What did we see this last weekend with rates going up? What are the Fed rate hike mean? Like everything like that. So it's great place to sharpen your tool on scripts.
It's funny, I had a new agent back when I was coaching. I had a new agent, they were like struggling. What are the big agents doing that I'm not doing? And I said, you know what? Tomorrow I want you to show up at 8:30. So like, that's early. Shut up. Let me do that. Okay. I said, we'll just stand here and set front of stand. And then you'll see like Carm walk in, and then you see like Grace walk in, Bobby walk in, and stuff like that. Right? And we stand here for 15 minutes, and what did you see? He's like, I saw the mega agents walk in. That's it.
Well, yeah.
Show up. So the secret sauce is showing up. Secret sauce is success is showing up. All right. Thank you, Bobby. We're having mega power hour with Brandy Christensen and United Home Group. I heard Michael Putnam is also going to grace us with his presence. They are going to do script practice in our office. UHG style, United Home Group style, one of the top expansion teams in all of Keller Williams coming here. And they're going to do literally calls with you. It is a tremendous honor. Please be there September 9th. We are trying to get as many people there. This is to call your database or your leads, or however you want to call it. The Alchemy Money Brandon Green is happening September 8th as well, 9 to 5. If you are interested in learning how to understand money at a high level, I don't know how much your relationship with money is, but you need a better relationship with money. It's a good way to understand that. So we were super happy to have him coming out here on September 8th. And save the date, we're bringing Trisha Brown. She is a one thing expert. She is an instructor in one thing. That is her passion. She actually came to our leadership meeting, my whole leadership team saw her, and we were like, whoa.
Incredible.
Yeah, incredible speaker.
Incredible.
And I don't say that about a lot of people. This is incredibly sweet. She is coming out. We're actually doing that joint office thing with all the Sacramento offices on September 13th. Please save the date. I highly recommend the 3-hour training. If you want to learn how to be successful in real estate and in life, if you're like, what's the secret sauce? I'm missing it. Here's the secret sauce.
What, do you know what time?
I don't know the time yet. We're still on it. But September 13th. Save the date. Okay. Secret sauce. Everyone knows the secret sauce. Next week, we're bringing on Audits. She's going to talk about how she's doing golden letters right now in our market to be successful and what exactly she's saying. So I'm happy with that as well. Next week, but this week, we are happy to have our guest, Juliette Kulda. She has been a guest. She is something. No. She's the #1 team in San Mateo County. 2020 successfully closed over 102 transfers for 141 million in sales. Who wants 141 million in sales? Top 40 in lending. So, Juliette, we're super glad to have you on here.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah. So,
Hey, what a lively group. Can I share screen? Is that possible?
is that possible, Ben? 1 second.
Okay.
So we're super glad to have you here. I know she's going to talk about how she's still killing it with the shift and what she's been doing as a team. Because you know what, everyone's asking me, John, what are we doing, right? So what do we need to do? So here we go.
Awesome. You guys are very fun and lively. Thank you for letting me be here for your team meeting. That whole like split screen thing was really cool with the Zoom. So that was really cool. Okay, so you guys can see me, hear me, and I'm going to go ahead and second. Okay, so you guys shift, right? I know that you guys all have this book, right? I can't see you guys, but say yes if it's.
Yes.
So obviously, you know, this has been worn because I've been through the 2008, 9, and 10. So I've been selling real estate now, and now our team for 20 years is 8 years, 9 years with Keller Williams as a team. But yeah, I've been through the downturn. So this book came in handy. And today I just wanted to touch on two. Somebody's wanting to, let me admit somebody, Vince. Okay, come on in, Vince. Okay, so there are two tactics I want to touch on today. One is the pricing ahead of the market. And I'm just going to take 1 minute because I know you guys probably all know this. It's good to share a graph similar to this with your sellers today. I don't know about you. We cover the whole San Francisco Bay Area here. And you need to know your stats for one when you're talking to your clients. A cost of overpricing in a regular market is here, but then even in a shifting market, it's even a bigger risk. So what you might want to show them is a little graph of a ball rolling down a hill. The reality is the market is starting to shift, getting ahead of the pricing. I know that we are seeing very few offer dates right now in the Bay Area. We used to see them all the time. And we're going more transparent pricing. So there's been an adjustment there. And ultimately to sell a house, it's what a buyer and seller are going to agree on. So that's what sets the price. So if you can at least get the seller to go at the transparent price, you're halfway there. if they're doing these teaser pricings, I've just been finding that's been very frustrating. So we're in a market, if you haven't been, maybe you're newer to real estate in the last 5 or 8 years, even 10 years, you may not have seen maybe what we might be seeing in the shifting market. So selling in a price, just pricing is super important, getting ahead of the market. So what that means for us, and when we go into listing presentations, we will talk a lot about the actives and the pendings as opposed to the solds. I'll say, yeah, here's the solds the last 3 to 6 months. However, these are the days on markets for the active. These are how many are getting reduced in the active market. These are how many pendings. These are the average days on market. So setting expectations with your sellers so that they still love you in a few weeks. And we always track all of the showings, all of the feedback. So if we do need a price adjustment meeting, that's not just a phone call, hey, we need to reduce. That's, hey, let's have a meeting. Here's what's been happening. Here's how many open houses. I'm here to help interpret the market with you and for you. We're a team, we're in alignment. We all want to get it sold. This is what we recommend for next steps. What do you think and whatever. So giving them the data, going to a very high level on the listing side is really, really important so that our sellers, you can work together with them and they understand it's not you, it's what the market's doing. So is that helpful for pricing? I'd love if anybody wants to jump in and give any thoughts on that before we go on to finding the motivated.
Actually, Julie, I want to chime in on that. Actually, I was talking to an agent. I'm trying to recruit him. He's in the Bay Area trying to move to Sacramento. So I've been talking to him. And literally, he's pricing to sell his home. And he's like trying to I don't want to get to the winter and all this stuff, and I was like, well, the market is slowing down and you got to lead the market for shift, right? I was literally drawing on the screen, a whiteboard on Zoom. So I'm drawing a whiteboard, ball rolling down the hill. And I said, if you chase the market on price, you're going to constantly chase the market. You want to be ahead of it. And he's like, what's that mean? I go, look at everyone in your neighborhood. You need to be the lowest. And then you'll win, right? And he's like, you're right. And actually he's listing his house at the lowest of the neighborhoods because he wants to move forward. So
that's awesome.
You gotta have this conversation with yourself. Gotta have this conversation.
And this morning, we had 508 price reductions.
Is that this morning?
Today.
Today.
In the last 24-hour market watch. If you looked at it
24 hours,
this morning.
508 reductions.
I was one of them.
Yeah. And knowing those stats, whoever just said that is awesome. I'm going to speak to that in just a minute. Kind of knowing those stats when you're talking to your clients is really important. Finding their motivation too, and what their next steps are. So this is like a chess game. Whatever they do today with their house is going to affect their next move. So that's also going to play into it. I mean, in the downturn, we used to talk people out of selling all the time. Be like, hey, can you hold? Can you hold? Can you hold? Call me in 3 years. But if they couldn't hold, or the banks were coming after them eventually, or they needed to move to Midwest, or whatever's happening in their life, there's gonna be people buying and selling. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. You just want to be in front of them when it happens. And it's going to take a little more work on our end as buyers and sellers, and that's okay as well. We're going to get through the shift. When you come back out of it, if you're still going, you're going to have huge opportunity. So our business grew a lot during coming out of this last shift. So keep that in mind. Go play the long game with your clients, do what's right for them, and help consult them in a way that's best for them. The second thing I wanted to touch on is finding the motivated, which is shift tactic 4. This is where I wanted to just share screen here for a second, because I know you guys end at, I have 3 hours, right, with you guys? Just kidding. So
2 to 3. So.
Yeah, okay. No, 10 minutes, I'll get this done. So have you guys been, I loved hearing that you guys are doing a lot of script practicing over there. Every morning our team revs up at our sales team at 8:45 to 9:15, ideally in person in the office. And it's a training. Every morning we do a quick, touch base on the appointment set and the ISAs and what has to happen. We do a quick gratitude. And then we get right into whatever that it is that we're going to be practicing and training on that morning. So we've been actually, can you guys see my screen, the 5 steps to objection?
Yeah.
Okay. So the shift tactic 4 says, find the motivation in your lead, find the motivated in your lead gen. So it's time to check in with everybody in your database, whether you're on a team or you're individual. It's time to check in and just check on status with people. Give them a call. I'm sure they have questions as to what's going on. So this has been very helpful, because if you look at number 3, you're going to be going for a conditional close when you use this objection handling. And you're going to be asking really from a 1 to 10, something along those lines, how motivated would you be if we can help make this work? And at that point, you might find something else is going on, or you might find that, hey, I could make it a 9 or 10 if this or that. So finding the motivated is what this objection handling. We've literally been doing this the last couple mornings, and I'm just like, guys, put this as your screensavers on your phones. Like, remember this, this as you're talking to in your lead gen. Let's help these people, to help them self-discover, ask the right questions. Is there anybody in the room that would be an adventurous role player here for a second? And I'll role play with me on this. Yeah, and I need one. All right, if someone could stand up, what's your name?
Rich.
Rich.
Yeah.
Okay, Rich.
That is Rich.
I'm gonna feed you some of the answers just to help move it along quickly, because I know time is of the essence, but have fun at the same time, because you know what people are saying out there, Rich. So, okay, so Rich, you are a client that's been kind of getting more and more active here this year. You need to sell in order to buy. Okay, so there's 2 transactions here at stake, and you do have some motivation to get that done. But right now I'm calling you today and you're just pumping the brakes. You're going to sit on the sidelines for a while. And I'm going to be asking you, hey, what's going on? Checking in, and just, you're going to give me, when there's a first objection, I always like to kind of just take it and note it and put it aside and say, okay, outside of X, is there anything else? And then maybe find out if there's a second and jot that one down. Okay, out of those 2, repeat them to them. Is there anything else? So first, with the isolating objection, find out, is there 1 or 2 or 3? Maybe it's 1, maybe there's 2, and just at least bring them to the table. And then we might find the third one is something like, I have horrible credit and I need a year. And I'm like, okay, fine, then let's just talk, and is okay.
All right, I'll call you back in a year.
Yeah, save the time, right? Let's just figure out what you guys are doing, what's going on. All right. So number 1, Rich, I'm going to be asking you, what's going on. And I just would like you to say, hey, you know what? I really don't want to sell because you're worried about the prices being soft. And then you're going to be worried, number 2, for your second objection, is the rates are up. You just don't want to buy. Okay, so here we go, Rich. Hi, it's Juliette Kulda. Just checking in. How's it going, Rich? Just want to check in on status. It's been really interesting out there. Just you want to just see if you're ready to look at some of those houses. I know you wanted to get a new house here by the end of summer.
Yeah, Julia, it's great to hear from you. We were looking for a little bit, but I've seen this shift in the market, and we're seeing a lot of inventory. I just saw, a couple neighbors put their house on the market a couple of months ago, and they haven't moved at all. So, and I think my house might be better, and I've seen them drop prices twice already.
Wow. Well, Rich, that's, I hear what you're saying there. The prices are a little softer. Outside of the prices, and maybe you're concerned about what you might get in today's market, are there any other concerns as to moving forward at this time?
Yeah, well, the Fed's jacked up the rates recently, right? The 3/4 of a basis point, right? And then they're set to meet in September and likely raise rates again, right?
Yeah. So those rates. So what I hear you saying, so now outside of those 2, Rich, are there any other concerns? I understand you're worried about selling while the market's soft and, buying while the rates are up. Are there any other concerns? Say no.
No.
Awesome.
I have another one.
So I've now isolated. There's nothing else. There's nothing weird. There might be a third thing that comes out, like there's a health thing, actually. There was a smoke screen, whatever. Let's just find out. So now, awesome. So I'm going to now acknowledge and validate. So Rich, it's what I hear you saying is you really don't want to get hit on both sides, right? I mean, you're probably feeling like you're going to sell low and then buy with high rates. Is that where we're at? I mean, it's understandable. You're going to feel that.
Yeah, we're gonna feel that, and our price point, we need a larger house, and we're looking in the higher endpoint neighborhood. We're going from 500 to 800,000.
Oh,
Okay. It feels like like you just said, I'm gonna get hit on both sides on my prices and having to offer more.
Okay, so Rich, and I understand your mother-in-law is moving in with you guys at the end of the summer, and she's going to be sharing a bathroom with you guys.
Fortunately, yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. So guys, it doesn't hurt to add a little motivation and pain on it at this point. Okay. So, Rich, just really quick here. I don't want to talk into doing something you don't want to do, but I just want to ask if I could show you how you could make the numbers work and still end up in a bigger house, by the fall and by Christmas and the holidays, and the numbers would all work out. How interested would you be in moving forward?
Realistically, we're going to be using some of the proceeds as our down payment on this next house. And with the rates going up, I just need to make sure my mortgage is under that $3,500 a month. We like to travel, we like to vacation, I like to take the wife out for dinners and stuff. And if I'm paying more than that, we're not living the life that we want. I don't want to eat rice and beans.
Okay, that's fair. Well, if those would all work out, and the numbers were making sense on a monthly basis, would you be interested in moving forward if it all worked out? Those two things, all those concerns, say yes.
It'd be something I'd be interested in. Yeah, I don't. wanna
Good.
share that.
Good. So I now have a conditional close. So I've got his mind open, hopefully, to hearing the next move. And I might throw in from a 1 to 10. And if he says like an 8, I might say, okay, that's good enough. Why don't we at least talk? Or if he says it's a 6, I might say what might make it a 10 or whatever. There might be something else I hear at this point. But you should use 1 or 2 or both of these next here on the conditional close. If I could show you how that'll all work, I heard you, I validated it. Notice even an acknowledge and validate. I understand you'd feel that way. We're talking about emotions now. Logic makes you what?
Think emotions make you happy.
Exactly. So remember, even the word feel, like he feels something, and I'm going to go into logic here in a minute. Okay. So now I'm able to go on to number 4. I'm going to provide some perspective to Rich. So Rich, you know, I understand there's 2 main concerns here. One was the softening and the, you know, sale price. I know it was much better in January, February, March. I totally agree on that. However, I'm going to use my own stats here in the Bay Area. We did just see prices shoot up 50% in 2 years. So while, you know, that was incredible, amazing, and selling at the top might've been 3 months ago, 4 months ago. I think we're still up. I mean, that 50%, I'm sensing we're probably still up a good 20-25% from 2 years ago. So just to give some perspective on the prices, I'm not sure they're going to be in a year, by the way. Okay. So that said, you had mentioned you're going from 500 to 800. So if you could go, you know, get the similar, let's say the market might be down 15-20% when you sell, but you're buying up. So now you're going to be having that same opportunity, go beat up another seller, whatever you got to do. Like, so you're now going to go and be able to buy in the same market. So keeping that in mind, now I might talk about some stats, go to reductions on the pricing, like, hey, I'm buying and I'm really concerned about those rates. I get that. I'm going to share screen really quick. Can you guys see my pie graphs?
Yes.
This is where the perspective. So number 4 is all about giving them some stories. Hey, 5 of our buyers just got in a contract in the last 10 days under asking prices. Here's something we've been using. Q1, San Mateo County, we saw 7% of houses reduced. Again, in Q2, we saw 7% of houses reduced. Currently, right now, we're at 28, almost 30% of houses are getting reduced, 4 times the amount of reductions just this quarter. What does that mean for you? So you want to kind of put that perspective on sort of, hold on. You want to give that perspective that you are getting some opportunities out there, you know, and when you purchase. So now, then you might throw in some tricks. Hey, there's also buying down points, buying and selling the same market and that sort of thing. So that perspective of making the numbers work, there's even tricks up our sleeves, like I said, to get those rates down to 35 a month. So at this point, hopefully I've handled, and because for the sake of time, I'm just rattling through. I'm just telling him some of this stuff, but I would have some interactive. I'd ask him a couple questions, make sure he hears and understands. And then I would go for one of these closes. You'd either go for the soft close. What do you think good next steps might be? What are you thinking? Hey, have we covered enough today? Make you feel comfortable moving forward, or the direct, just like, hey, when's a good time to meet? So at that point, hopefully you've taken them down the field and they're saying, oh my gosh, you know what? Let's have a conversation. Let's go look at those houses. Does that all make sense to you guys? I know I ran through it quickly. I can send this to you. This also works at home. It works with your kids cleaning their room. What this could look like is, you know, you might say to your husband, hey, I set a calendar appointment for us to go out to dinner tonight. And he's like, I'm really tired. I do not want to go out tonight. And I'm going to say, hey, I understand you feel that way. You've had a long week. However, if I could show you a reason, he'd be like, sure, whatever. I'd be like, well, it is our 10-year anniversary today. And that's and then I close with which restaurant. So that's all. It should go pretty quickly if you're, you know, unless you have to keep going layers and finding out the objections. So that is what we've been doing to help find the motivated out there.
Awesome. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, Rich, thank you for that role play. It's good stuff.
Okay, we'll get that script out to you guys so that you guys can have that, because that is a great way to talk to your clients. Remember, we talked about this market shifting is a skills-based market. You got to get skilled on how to talk to people, how to handle objections, how to get people motivated. You got to dig through and find their motivation, right? So, thank you, Juliette. Thank you, everyone. You guys have a great day. We so appreciate you guys coming in on August. We know you come here because we have value and we keep trying to bring you value. So thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Good luck out there. Go get them.
Next
Bye-bye.
week, Bobby Lewis talking about gold letters.
Just hit the banner now for your chance to win.